Hi guys, this is Pam Mariah. I'm doing a little bit of an overview of the three parts of my project. I'm going to be focusing on communication, language, and literacy for early learners, so between 3 and 5 years old. And I'm going to do a project trying to incorporate STEAM ideas into a speech therapy curriculum. So, first part of my project is going to be create create a story. So I have designed Google Slides that are hyperlinked and will allow students to interact with the teacher and create their own stories. So if we go to this part right here, and if you go to my website, don't you have to click on the document, not press play, because if you press play, it'll play all of the slides as opposed to if you click straight on the document, then you can start the story. And then you can click on the hyperlinks, and that'll take you to the right hyperlink, not just every slide in the presentation, because there's a bunch of them. So as you can see, it's a story, and once upon a time there lived A or N, and whatever the student chooses, if they choose the octopus, then I take them to the second part of the story. And he was traveling to, and you can select a water park. Well, the student can select a water park. And when he got there, he found his friend and this is what I've developed so far. I have developed the landing for all three animals and two destinations so far. But it's a lot of work to set these up. So far, and then the stingray and the water park or the shore. If they click on the stingray, they click on the water park, um, then they have a new destination here. Okay, so the idea is that they're not just reading a story, but they're creating a story, and by viewing these images, they're getting prompts, and they have more of an idea to pull that information together. And let's see, the second part is the Hyperdocs. So I don't have anything there yet. Let's see. So my Hyperdoc, okay, it's going to be an interactive PDF, and it's going to be based on speech therapy coursework that I have reviewed with my son for his remote learning. And I see a lot of these sight words that say, I want to see, and then they usually show a picture, and he's got to circle the one he wants. But, this is more of an interactive PDF. And here I have linked, following the sea animal theme, I've linked all these live cams. So when you ask your student, I want to see, and then they have to select, they can do sharks or tropical reef or jellyfish, and these are all live cams, and they're all hyperlinked. So when you click on them, they'll take you to the live cam. And then here there's an opportunity for more vocabulary buildup and more questions. You can say, how many red fish do you see? How many small fish do you see? Are there more, are there bigger fish than the small fish? All of that. Well, you get the idea. Okay, and then I'm also following some of the sources I'm following here, these guidelines. I'm also going to do sing songs and chants. So in addition to these live cams, I'm also going to do one that says, I want to sing to, and then I'm going to link it to different songs from YouTube, like, the wheel, not the wheels on the bus, but it's got to be sea animal related, because that's what I'm doing for this project. So sea animals. So I'm going to find some really interesting sea animal songs that they can sing to. Okay, and so the third part of my project is going to be the immersive Mozilla Hubs. And I'm fairly new to Mozilla Hubs. Last week I went to a presentation of them, thanks to Dr. O'Connor, and something happened to my computer. It crashed. So I've added a little bit more memory to it, so I'm hoping it's gonna withstand hopefully with a little bit more juice, it's going to be okay. So if I go to the Mozilla Spoke, that is the software you use to create your virtual environments. I'm pretty familiar with virtual environments because I've developed my own virtual environment that's going to be the critique area for my art courses, and that's going to be my capstone project. But Hubs is much easier to sign on, so it's much better for teachers who have younger students because they don't have to do any signing or any downloading or of anything. They can just hop into a room and do a tour. So the idea I have for this immersive environment is that the students will engage in a sea animal scavenger hunt, and they will verbally communicate the direction they would like to proceed to find the animals. So they're going to be talking and telling the teacher, you know, I want to go left, I want to go right, and then once they find the animals, they can describe the animals and they can check them off the scavenger hunt. And the idea is that it's going to be a whole experience, an immersive experience for the students. And I know that you can use the eyewear for this, and that would be part of materials I would need for funding. I would need funding for, I mean, and well, you get the idea as a virtual environment, and it's 3D. And okay, so you know, we'll have a list of the scavenger hunt of the animals, and then we can find the animals, and we can describe the animals and talk about the animals and build out some vocabulary. Okay, so that's the idea I have. These are the 3 parts of my project, and thank you for listening.